to Put This On, Season 5, Episode 7, where we watch Southern Survival Outdoor Gear Tested. I'm Chris Lorenz.
Noah Singer.
Brian Houston.
Howdy, y'all. This is Battle Max.
Welcome, Battle Max. Man, this show, kind of started out promising, but whoo, buddy. Noah, you got this show description for us?
I got a description for you. The show stars the team from BattleBox, a subscription box company for survival gear, testing out products designed to help people survive dangerous situations, including explosions, natural disasters, and intruders.
No,
That is Southern Survival Outdoor Gear tested on Netflix.
Bless their hearts.
that's a pretty long description for a Netflix show.
I have this on WSAV.com, the local TV network in Georgia, Channel 3, NBC.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Internet Corner.
That was real deep.
All right. So the show is just an infomercial for this Gearbox monthly subscription, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And maybe a little bit of Mythbusters in there. It's just testing
There-
out some stuff.
I don't think it has anything to do with Mythbusters. That's what we thought it would have. Hold on. Let's get back to that, I think.
Okay.
Let's go over what happens in this episode, just as give us context.
Do we have to?
Yes. So this week is Fire Week on the show. So touching a bunch of fire missions. So at first they introduce all four main protagonists on the show. We've got Daniel, the CEO. We've got Mickey, the product specialist. You got Steve, he's the test specialist, and you got Brandon. Fuck all. I don't know.
That's a good title.
Then they've got Escape Fire Mission 1, Escape Fire, which is Mission 1. Then they've got Master Fire, which is Mission 2, and Survive Fire, which is Mission 3. Then they had do some unfinished business. The Mission 1, they test some products, whatever, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. We'll go over the minutia of it, but we'll have to go over the minutia of each one of those. But for now, there's not a whole lot in this show.
No, for sure
No.
not.
This is going to be one of our shortest ever podcasts.
I hope so.
All right, so let's go over
Lord,
this.
I do declare.
Let's go
I
over this-
hereby.
Let's go with this Mythbusters comparison. And this is the worst aspects of Mythbusters, where it's just explosions and fire and blowing shit up.
No, for sure. But also they're gonna be testing different stuff every time. We definitely did a fire episode this time. So yeah, there's gonna be explosions. But I'm sure there's gonna be stuff oh yeah, you're trapped under snow. We got to get out of here.
I don't think so. I think every episode will have an explosion, at least. They start the show off with an explosion of random shit for no reason.
I got a question for you. So this week is Fire Week. My question is, what will be the most exciting week?
Fire Week.
Also, side question: why is it acceptable in Fast and Furious movies, but not here?
No, it's fine.
I got a proposal for you.
It's Fast and Furious I'm going to have a crazy experience. Sure, you could come to the show for some crazy explosions. That's just not the shows I watch.
Yeah, I'm going to take Brian's side in this. I actually don't think there's fire, big ass explosions every week. Just previewing the scenarios they go through every episode, I think this is heavy on the explosion because it's Fire Week.
You know, it would be a great week. Shark Week.
You got to learn how to protect yourself in the South from those sharks.
How do you survive sharks? How do you escape sharks?
How do you eat sharks?
How do you eat sharks?
You don't go in the tank.
They have Hurricane Week and Vacation Survival Week.
Little fuck is this accent I'm doing now?
You got to keep it up the whole show. If you don't, that kind of be a letdown.
This is actually a
He's
reference.
already changed his accent.
I'm going all over the South.
I'm hearing a John Goodman, in some movie type of
More of a John Denver.
Country Roads.
All right, guys, let's knock this shit out. Let's go over we got to talk about the main two people on the show. Daniel, the CEO, and Brandon, his fuck buddy or something. I don't know.
No,
Football title, yeah.
Steven 2 is the other character.
No.
Deep cut.
We got to talk about Daniel. So this guy, this is his show, right? Like this is his he's the CEO of this stupid company.
He's the 1-800-Gary of this cinematic universe.
Do you think he knows 1-800-Ask Gary? Like, so he's producing this whole show, getting all the products, doing it all. You think Netflix pays for this, or just like they just get the show for free?
Ain't got no idea.
I mean, well, when you say paying for this, like, who funds the production?
I don't know. I feel like the production value for this was really high, so I feel like Netflix is paying for it.
Right, like, because that's the real cost. So it's like, I think the question is, does Netflix pay for talent and product? And I would say, I agree, probably not. Like, that's the trade-off.
Think so? I feel like Netflix might want to demand some of the Birch or that box money.
Oh, you think they're taking a cut? They're like, yo, you come here, we're taking a rake.
I think so. I feel like they're going to have way more orders now that they're on a Netflix show that's number 9 in the country today than they would have ever had before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a 5% cut off the top of every box sold. Easy.
Man,
That's an easy
Goddamn.
decision to make. Too.
That's some Mr. Wonderful stuff right there.
Oh yeah, definitely got to get some Shark Tank in here. Talking about MythBusters, grab you talking about Shark
Right.
Tank.
Man, my work's cut out for me in the corner looking at this company's financing, trying to find out what their cap table looks like. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that deep.
All right, yeah. So like they frequently have these like, you know, what are they? Reality show cutaways to these two guys. Which the CEO, which is like he's nothing. Like he's not funny.
No.
He's just like a random dude. And then you've got Brandon, which is like his shtick is he's like the hickiest hick. And he's funny because he does funny things. I don't know.
And he's Super America.
Super America, yeah.
His favorite year is 1776.
I'm surprised it ain't 1488.
Thanks, Max.
I thought it was 1492.
Oh, bless his heart.
Like, you got the
No.
rhyme.
Do
No,
not,
Max
do
is making
yourself
like
a
a-
favor. Do not internet corner this one.
No, Max is making a not so great joke about this.
Yeah, he frequently has an American flag with him, and he's definitely all about that America. Which I guess a couple years ago might have been the Confederate flag on this show. I said it, and I'm not cutting it.
Yeah, you're both going on that line right there.
So then after these two, which we get a lot of cutaways from them, we get Mickey, which is the woman on the show. She's a product specialist. I don't know what the fuck that is. They make it seem like she gets the shit, but then
For all we know, she could be running the whole show.
she could be.
I think she really is. Because, like, the way they positioned her is she is sourcing all the product that comes in. And then Brandon and Steve are the testers. So, what my hunch is, you got CEO.
His idea, his vision.
Like, he's obviously managing everything. But then Mickey's really got the power. And then Steve and Brandon are just marketers, basically. And, like, you even see Brandon's computer. He's doing some, movie editing. Like, my guess is what they're doing all day is touch-ups and social media.
Yeah, I could see that. Definitely. Because that's what this is. Like, they might even just have been hired as actors for this show as a product, like, brand, and, like, maybe not even for the show, but they're, like, on their website, they got videos, and these are the brand specialists that go out and test this shit normally.
100%.
Now that they're on the show, I mean, they have an expanded role.
Yeah, like, you could eat, like, it came across pretty quickly. Like, their, like, special sauciness, I think the sourcing, it's real work, but I don't know if that's how unique. The uniqueness is their marketing.
Yeah, I mean, but what they're marketing is also kind of unique, you know? I think they have a niche and they're marketing it well. It's like, you know, if you just have an outdoor store, but full of the craziest outdoor shit, like only the best shit, some sort of wire cutter outdoor store.
Yeah, it's highly curated, but like when I think of like their unique competency, right? It's like anyone I think could do the curation they're doing, but I think is like what's special is like their marketing, which is like the art. That's why I think it's like that's why I put their
Clearly, they have a
Where they
Netflix show. Like,
yeah. They're fucking amazing. You
They're
know,
on-
like that's actually incredible.
on that note, so like we got this show, but then there's also this other show that we refuse to kind of exist but does exist, which is the Goop Lab, which I feel falls in the same line as this. It's like Netflix giving money, or at least giving these people like a really great advertising for whatever shit that they want to sell.
I think that there's a bigger difference that like I trust the shit on this show more than I trust the stuff that's
Well,
coming
I
out of
mean,
Goop
like,
Lab.
there's an inherent difference between the Goop Lab and this, but there is not like on a like what these shows are. They're not different.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Okay, Southern old gentleman.
Are you familiar with the craziest goddamn product in the Goop catalog?
No.
I believe so.
What orifice do you put this product in, Noah?
The vagina steamer.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm talking about the alien eggs.
Do tell us more, kind sir.
You put some alien eggs in your hoo-ha, and it boosts your chi.
Is this doesn't boost your zeton levels or thetan levels?
I believe that is a different kind of cult.
Wait, what are the alien eggs?
No, we're moving on. Noah.
Man, going to the corner.
You can do whatever you want at this point. So we've got the Escape Fire, which is Steve's mission. And they do like they go to this like 5-story building where firemen go to like train. So like first level, there's like each level does something different. First level, they test a ladder that hooks onto your window. It's a pretty useful product, really. I think that I see the utility in that. And like if you're on the first floor, get this ladder. Like I could probably use it. If I can't go out my main entrance to go out the balcony, like I could hold on and fall. So like I'd probably do that at a fire for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not that far.
No, for sure not. Like you could like probably even jump that if you really wanted to.
I wouldn't want to like you hold on and fall. Like there's 0% chance of me hurting myself. But if I jump, there's a good chance I could like break a leg, like
you
break
could-
some bones.
You ain't gonna have a good time jumping, but you'll survive.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'll live for sure.
It's called Southern Survival, not Southern Don't Die.
Yeah. You got to roll out of it, Chris. You got to learn how to roll.
I mean, I kind of know how to roll, but like not from a 1-story building.
No.
Not from the first floor, like level height. Anyway, then they go to the 3rd floor, whatever. No one gives a fuck. They have this home finder kit, which is clearly designed for their website. It is clearly like, hey, we've got like this mask that you breathe through that'll block some of the smoke out. You've got like a flashlight and like a buzzer. So the idea is that if you're stuck, the fireman can come and find you, even though you're passed out. I guess if you have you turn it on, it'll stay on.
That was cool. Like that product seemed pretty cool, where it's like a little tube and the tube breaks apart. And you have the light, the breathing, and the sound. It just like they made it seem it's a little complicated of a product. And if you're in an emergency, like I just don't trust I'm going to have the wherewithal to use a complicated product.
I just don't know. Like, obviously, I think in some situations that's be super useful. Like, obviously, all these are niche situations. But if in a regular fire, if you can run out of your house and get out, like that's like the normal occurrence. Whereas like the next occurrence would be like I'm trapped in my house, which this product would be more useful for, I guess, for like a situation like that. But then I'd rather have their next product, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I trust their next product, but
Are you talking about the repeller?
yeah. So the next product that they go over is they have a repeller backpack. So you put on this backpack, you clip it onto something like a climbing rope clip, and
Which
then
you have installed in your house.
which you
Yeah.
somewhere I don't understand where you clip it to, and then you just go outside your balcony and you slowly fall down, which seems incredibly scary. It'd have to be some sort of like, I'd have to be on like the 10th floor in this like inferno below me to like trust this thing.
Yeah, that one, just because like of where you clip that, it seemed like a very clever engineered product, but unclear how you use it in practice.
Yeah, but that's like the extreme thing. That's like kind of what I thought about like with Mythbusters. It's like, hey, like here's this product that's made for like this like extremely crazy scenario, and they're testing it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all ever used an auto belayer while rock climbing?
No,
Not
not an
auto
auto belayer.
Basically, it's exactly the same as this, except you're just wearing the harness and all the complicated stuff is hooked up at the top.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like this product. I just don't think I could ever walk out the balcony. I don't trust this thing not to fucking kill me.
I mean, it's better than burning to death.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the whole building has to be in flames and I have, like, can't figure out another way to go. So, like, I don't think this would be my first. I would never buy this because I would be like, there's no chance where are you storing this for, like, decades? Like, right next to, like, you're like, what am I doing? Right. And then, like, a decade later, I'm going to, could trust this thing? I don't know. What's the lifetime, like, it's just absurd.
Do you think that you're not going to get drunk and test that on a weekend? No, you are.
Well, I don't know. Is it a one-time use product? I'm not sure I trust it to like go back inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair.
I can't imagine this thing's not designed for it's like a fire escape thing. It's like a fire extinguisher. It's a one-time use.
Fire extinguishers are on one-time
I know
use.
they're
Like,
not
they have
used I know they're not one-time use, but like the mini
Yeah.
ones kind of are.
Like, I think that they have to have like some kind of quality though in order to like withstand some kind of fire though. Like, yeah, I wouldn't like maybe trust it like multiple times, but like it has to like be able to hold up to something.
I'm just saying if I've already tested it, then it's just like, I don't know. It depends on how it goes back in. Like, do I like get
Yeah.
out and then it like climbs its way back up so somebody else can use it? Because that would be useful.
Like, the thing is, there's just no way like I install that thing and not test it. Like, why am I like relying on it in an emergency when like I'm gonna be trying to figure this shit out? No way.
That's why they come in a 2-pack, Brian.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather use this or a real big stripper pole?
Definitely this. The big stripper pole, like I'm just like eating it. Like I'm either like gonna
like
burn
a
my hand.
6-story stripper pole? No. No one wants that.
Works for a fireman. Why can't it work for you?
Not 6 stories. All right.
I never said I wouldn't try though, but I know what's gonna happen.
So Noah, of these 3 products, which one would you be most likely to use / buy?
Yeah, there was actually one product in there that we didn't cover as part of Survive in Fire or Escape in Fire, which was the full face mask.
Doesn't that come in the kit?
No, so there was like when they were on the 3rd floor and like going through their crawl simulation, there was this like hockey puck light. Then there was the tube, which had a light, sound, and breathing thing. And then there was a full face mask. And the full face mask I would go for because it's the least complicated. And the thing I'd be like, right, I can like just go with it and use it and wouldn't think twice. For everything else, I'd be like, shit, I'm at a fire. I can't really think. I don't know what to do.
I thought that was just part of that little like pack they had. Like the pack came with the flashlight and the puck and the other thing. But I don't know. You might be
Gentlemen, who gives a shit?
Thank you, Max. All right, mission 2 is
That was one mission?
Master Fire. So this was just some guy showing off like some waterproof matches. So like he showed off a standard waterproof match. Then they had this like super waterproof match that like it would like it stays lit no matter what. And it was great watching them test it. This is the highlight of the episode by far. Like not even close.
Indubitably.
Like Max, even after Max watches, like, oh, maybe I was too quick to judge the show. You were not, but this was the best part by far.
Yeah.
if this was like the rest of the show, they're like, this is a cool scenario. Like, you ever stuck in this scenario? Look at this normal product that we have. It's shit. Look at this great product and us test it super awesome.
I mean, in general, if they just made a cool QVC, some sort of cool VC, you'd be raking in the money.
I mean, it definitely, they need to take more infomercial kind of like gimmicks with them, which this is it. This is look at this regular product, suck. Look at this awesome product and like how it can cut through shoes.
Anti-suck.
Anti-suck is a good title for one of those shows.
Yeah. So like that was mission 2. That was done. That was a 1 minute segment. Best part of the show. Moving on. We got mission 3, which was
Surviving.
Survive Fire. So they tested 3 different suits. They had like a welding suit, a race car suit, and a flight suit. And like they brought out a flamethrower that just pretty much obliterated all 3.
Right.
Like
No.
the flight one definitely fared the best, but like I still think you'd be dead if you were inside it. And you wouldn't know if you were dead if you were inside it because they didn't do any fucking testing.
No,
they just brought out a flamethrower on a scarecrow.
No, to be fair, like that testing was garbage, but like you would have survived the flight suit because it had another layer underneath that was completely untouched.
I don't know. How hot was it? I can't take like
It was on the screen. It was 2,000 degrees.
Yeah, how hot was it inside the suit, Brian?
Yeah, like I think it's because the test was so poor, which is standing in front of a flamethrower, which is not an extreme situation. That is a once in a then no more lifetime situation. That the test is just for marketing.
But the
I
thing
mean,
is that also affects like people, like for example, race car drivers are constantly going through like their car being on fire and they have to like survive that.
Yeah.
That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but they didn't get napalm like literally
No.
put on them.
Yeah.
Like napalm is way different than just like a regular fire. Like
no, absolutely. Like I agree that like, hey, the temperature was like too hot, the testing was bad, like that wasn't good. But it was still like kind of cool to like see, oh yeah, like this is how quickly it fared up.
I think there's a way difference in like a 2,000 degree just like bonfire that you put this thing in versus a 2,000 degree like napalm like thing that you sprayed on these suits, which they were not only did they use the flamethrower, it was like they like flamed it right on top of them. It wasn't like, oh, it's like 20 feet away and it's like literally just the fire. No.
Yeah, like
Because like a flamethrower isn't just like it throws the liquid out and then it lights it.
Yeah.
And then the liquid still goes like 40 feet. So like the liquid's getting on this stuff. It's not like. That's why Tesla's just such bullshit. I like rolled my like this is such terrible.
Yeah, like to build on your point, Brian, like where it's like it's cool to see. Yeah, like if the intent of the show was to just be like a test lab for like non-real situations, then I'd be like totally in. But because their whole thing is to find the best products to give to people that they could use in, I'll say quote unquote everyday life, because it's not every day, but like maybe once a year or something. You know, it's like, it just seems way too extreme to go for that test. And especially where they ended up, where it was a fucking blanket.
But see here, no. Here's the thing. Like you're saying, like this once in a lifetime thing. Like that's exactly what they're prepping for. Like, oh yeah, my place is burning down. Like you're not having that happen like every single year. Like, hey, here's this crazy ass scenario that I have to prepare for, and I have no idea what to expect. So I want the best damn product. So me getting like fire that is on or liquid that is on fire shot at me from like maybe my car that exploded, or like I'm just stuck in a burning building. Like those all seem like crazy ass scenarios that could happen. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
It's definitely not the best testing scenario. I'm not saying like, hey, like they're authentic, but it's just, hey, they're doing like this wild test to see how well these things hold up.
But even in the like my car blew up, that assumes you're gonna wear this thing every time you
Race
go
car drivers walk away from those car wrecks all the time.
No, but that's what I mean. Like this isn't. They're not trying to sell a box to race car drivers.
No, but like I'm sure that like for their target demographic, like they've seen like a NASCAR race and it's like, oh shit, like they just walked away. Like what is going on with that?
But Brian, this test does not test that. I just told you that. Like there's a difference between a fire and an explosion and napalm being spread on your suit. Those are three different things.
No,
And
there
the
is
chances that you get napalm thrown on you is pretty low.
yeah, there is a difference, but like they're also trying to sell this to people that like are preparing for the worst. That's why they tested in the worst scenario.
I actually don't even get like.
I don't get it. I don't even need to argue this. Like, I don't,
Everybody knows when the apocalypse comes, it's just gonna be a big old pool of lava.
Like I'm not even picking on your argument, but just that I love that. Imagine a scenario: if someone comes up to you, be like, "I'm gonna spray napalm on you." It's like, wait.
let me get my flight suit on so I can survive this thing. Okay.
Okay, gentlemen, you might burn me alive right now.
All right. So the last thing, like that, we talked about them out of order. But anyway, the last thing that happens in the show is at the beginning of the show, they had that big explosion that they started out with. And then they had some interlude that was terrible about
So
how,
boring.
like, there's this, one of the mannequins survived this explosion. And the CEO, was it the CEO or the American dude, Captain Freedom? Anyway, one of them was like scared of it.
Brandon, Captain Freedom.
Captain Freedom was scared of, like, I don't know, fuck, I don't care, this mannequin. So at the end, they blow this mannequin up, and that was the end of the episode.
Wow,
Started with an
that was-
explosion, and
That was so entertaining.
it was fucking terrible.
If you had your druthers, Max, would you watch a show?
Ain't no druthers here.
So the last thing I want to talk about is the music. I feel
So
like
bad.
I thought the music was good like 60 or 2/3 of the time.
They used they were doing something goofy, so they used the
Used
Always Sunny
Sunny.
music.
He's Always Sunny, like all the explode. Like sometimes they're like montages of really good and appropriate music, and then sometimes they didn't. But at least they were like they definitely tried to MTV it up. Like MTV always has the best music, but they definitely tried to like the production crew spent a lot of time and effort trying to get this music right.
They spent a lot of time cutting it. They did not have a good music person, or they're appealing to an audience that I am not a part of. Because they had a lot of like trap music during the beginning. Then they had opera music during an explosion, which is very like on the nose. And then they used the Selling Sunset song for one of the skits. Like it's just all over the fucking place. When they start the show, it's all about South and like these country boys, where I would have expected the songs to match that motif.
Some sort of country.
Country, John Denver, stuff like that. Like I can see like the trap fitting in because it is Southern rap, but like these guys don't give off the
But I thought
appeal of Southern rap.
I liked it. Don't trust Noah. All right. So I got some questions. So last week we watched The Running Man and we used some of the rewatchable questions. So I took some initiative and come up with some questions. So we'll see how they run. So my first question is, who was the worst human being in this show?
They're all the fucking same.
Yeah, like I don't think that there's like anybody that like who stands out really or like is bad. So
Yeah, mind you, these aren't like specific to this show. So
yeah.
Brandon, Mr. Freedom. Steve, like, they were just kind of cruel to him for no reason, and he seems fine. The CEO and the picker is like a nothing burger in Chris's terms. And Brandon, like, is trying to be like the wise ass, and he wears a knife around his neck. For those reasons, he is the worst person.
I agree with Noah. He's the worst person, but only but slightly. Like I think the other people kind of don't have personality other than like Steve. He's kind of like the regular Joe. Like, why the fuck are we doing this?
Totally.
And I like that. So he's definitely the best, and this guy's the worst.
Yep. Yeah. It is by a slight margin.
So here's a question about the host, which there isn't really a host in the episode. We'll just call the host the CEO. Is this his apex?
This is always gonna be his
Oh.
apex.
Absolutely.
Like, the question is like, is he apex? Is this his downgrade? Is there some other category we can come up with to put him in? But like,
Is this gonna be the only show he produces? Probably.
yeah. I mean, like, I
This
consider
is going to be
apex.
his blip.
His blip.
His
Like,
blip.
is this a downgrade? Like, he's a CEO of this like fucking company, and now he's to do this shitty show.
No. This is not a downgrade. This is an upgrade.
Okay. Oh, I'll just like, just trying to get this host conversation going.
Like, okay, here's the thing. You're starting a startup, like, for any of these boxes, for example. Like, we also should have gotten into, like, that topic. But,
We
like,
can.
think about, like, how many boxes there are out there and, like, think about how many are actually popular. Then think about how many are, like, even, like, getting attention in, like, this kind of fashion. Like,
None. Zero.
yeah. So, like, this is a pretty big high for, like, this company.
Oh, it's fucking amazing. Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about that for a second. So, like these boxes things.
Yeah.
They kind of started with there was like the nerdy one.
Oh yeah.
What was that called? Anyway.
Loot Crate?
Loot
No.
Crate.
Loot Crate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loot Crate. Did Loot Crate kick this off? Or was that
Feel-
just the first big
feels
popular
like
one?
No, I think that was the first one in your circle.
And then like
this started
Stitch
with
Fix type
Oh, this
things.
started with the shaving company, right? The Dollar Shave Club.
Oh, Harry's.
Dollar Shave Club started with a replenishable subscription. This is a little different. This is like a curated selection.
Yeah, I know it. Minor. I mean, you're right. It is different, but it is not like I would trace this directly back to them.
It's probably first, like some of the popular ones are like Stitch Fix, like you said, like FabFitFun, Trunk Club.
The Trunk Club, yeah.
Right, like there is a whole bunch. Like I don't know the pure history, but it definitely started with clothing.
Okay.
And then it kind of spawned from there with toys and nerd stuff and whatever you could think
And
of.
now junk that you throw in your garage and you never use.
Yes.
Like that's what this is, right? Like would
Yeah.
you consider like, oh, I'm gonna put like maybe you put this by your bedstand because it's for like, I don't know.
Could not be more wrong, Chris. You put this in the bunker.
This is definitely Loot Crate in that, like, hey, every month there's going to be a theme, and this theme was fire.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
then you're getting that box, and it's like, oh, hey, I have this, like, fireproof suit. I have this, like, like, escape
I don't think
system.
you're getting anything that cool though. I think
you're getting some.
in this month's box. I'll give you what you get, Brian. You get the fireproof match. You get like 4 or 5 fireproof matches.
Yeah.
You get like that flashlight junk thing that they made. And then I don't know what else do you think you get? That puck
So
and maybe that face mask. That face mask look kind of cheap, so maybe
So-
that's your box for the month.
could be. I think this is a good turn in the show. How much do you think this costs? And then I can reveal a bit about the box.
Okay, I think
Okay.
it's a hundy a month.
Ain't no way. That backpack by itself, I'm gonna say the whole thing. $250.
That's what you reckon? $250.
I'm going 150.
A month. These are a month, right?
Yeah.
A month.
All right, so you all are mostly wrong. So one thing they didn't go over in their infomercial, there's actually 4 different, 5. but,
I don't
Fucking
give a
tiers. No,
fuck.
go
Yeah.
with the lower one.
so you want the lowest tier?
Yeah.
Give me 2 numbers, lowest and highest.
Okay, so the lowest tier is $30 a month in their basic box, and they actually show in the box you get probably like 10 to 15 products.
Don't care.
The most expensive box, they actually don't list the price for. They have their Battle Box Black, uber premium gear, and you have to fill out a questionnaire to see if you qualify to buy it.
What?
What's the highest
you look
tier
at the
they show the
questionnaire?
price?
All right.
Yeah.
So I understand what's going on here. Somebody was sitting in an office in who the fuck knows. They started jacking off and they said, hey, I want to make a website about me jacking off about how cool I am with my tactical gear.
Thanks, Max.
Their founding story is very close to that. So
What was the highest price that you could
So the
see?
highest price box you can see, their Pro Plus, is $160 a month.
Okay.
This is all not including shipping and handling, so that's going to increase that a little bit. But yeah, like that's what you got. So they got 4 different types of boxes going on there. This Battle Box Black, though, I find to just be
That's great.
sorry, no, they do have it. I take it back. Battle Box Black. It doesn't look like it's a quarterly subscription for
Okay.
Black at $700 a quarter.
Okay.
I could easily see getting this stuff for like $700 in a quarter.
So that's more like $250-ish, right? It's closer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those are like $30. I feel like the $30 box just gets you junk. Like,
It's getting you a few of those matches. That's it.
Could be. So I was doing some more cornering. You can get those matches for $3 at Target.
yeah, I'm sure you get like 5 matches. You get like a pack of matches.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They just like that's one of the junks you get. Like not that that's
Right.
junk, but like they're $3 at Target. So at scale, what they buy them for like $2. Like like the margin at Target's like 50%. So like, but they're not getting Target margin. So like,
Well, that's like the whole scheme of the box is like you.
no, I know you buy
really
at
do save,
scale,
right?
sell
Yeah,
them
yeah.
individually but you buy like fucking Woot.com overstock shit.
Sometimes, yeah.
Generally.
And that's it. If you can make that arbitrage, then yeah.
That's definitely what their goal is.
So yeah, those are the prices.
Can you give us the overall story? Like, when were they founded? Who are these two jokels? Are they in the founding story?
So I looked. They don't have this information on their website. There's no like about us and any of that. So I got to do more digging to get into there. But just a quick closing out on those vagina eggs. They're not alien eggs. They're actually jade eggs, for the record. So they come from planet Earth. For those of you that were uncertain.
Shocking.
Was that really my question? Was it whether they came from Earth or not?
I am speechless.
All right, I got a couple more questions here. What is the most baffling or cringeworthy moment?
All of it.
I feel like the most cringeworthy moment is the moment where the guy sees Steve 2 and he walks into like the bathroom and gets freaked out and it's like he's a terrible actor. It's just like he's not scared at all. Like I don't understand what's going on. Then he walks in the women's bathroom and then walks out. Like that's the most. It's like bathworth. Like I feel like that fits both categories.
Yeah, that was a bad moment. Especially like they want to have that like in between humor that many other reality shows have, and they're just not pulling it off.
These aren't the Diesel brothers.
No.
The Diesel brothers did a great job at this.
right. And you could easily see like where they've picked up inspiration from. It's just not. They can't execute. They're new to this, and it's fine. But
Yeah. I don't know.
Does anyone else have one?
Yeah. They.
I just
After-
want to say roll tide.
okay.
Roll Tide. Well,
Maybe like. Oh, sorry. Go on.
no, they were walking away from the flames and they put it in slow motion, like they're all badass, like walking and just like, this is why I don't like this show.
Brian, what about you?
I think it was like that same moment where like, well, when they really like blew up the end dummy, I was just like, okay, they had some leftover stuff. It just or time to fill. It didn't really like feel authentic.
You mean the whole show? But yes, that was also baffling, cringeworthy moment. What is your favorite minor minutia, Brian?
Ooh, oh man, can you come back to me in a second?
I think like one of the favorite minor minutiae we actually kind of stopped and rewound. Like at some point they were like panning around and they turn around and you see like this dummy in the back of a car in the background and it's just like, oh. And it's like giving you this weird look. That was pretty good. Like just like, what the fuck's going on? You didn't look at the shot at all. But Brian, you have one?
I personally really like the intro for what was his name? Began with the B.
Brandon?
Brennan. Yeah, because like he was just like smoking a cigar, holding 2 battle axes, and just saying like a bunch of dumb stuff.
I mean, that was pretty good. The like, my favorite year is 1776.
Yeah, like he was really leaning into like his persona like hard. So I was like, oh yeah, like you don't take yourself seriously, but it's fun.
Anyone else have any minor minutia moments?
I found it interesting that they had this 5-story fire testing building built out in the middle of Georgia.
Yeah, that's cool.
They got like the fire department to build that for them.
No, the fire department built it for themselves.
Oh.
And this crew came and just filmed at it.
Okay, I thought they
Yeah.
like got the fire department to do
Yeah,
it.
that's not no way.
So Noah, next time you drive to Stevens Pass or whatever, there's like sort of a fire training situation along the way. doesn't have like a 3-story thing, but it's got like a bunch of burned out cars and stuff. Real
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So I do got some backstory on these folk when you guys want to turn back to there.
I got one more
Never.
question, and then we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
All right, this is the famous question. What is
No, they
what do you
wouldn't.
think the production schedule was like? You think they're like filming? Do they like do a bunch of prep and then film these like bang, 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 or is it just like prep, film?
I'm
Don't
really,
know.
I'm really having a difficult time coming up with this because like, I figure that like, okay, we want to like test this thing, so then they have to figure out like how to test it, and like that's a loose term. So then like they're probably gonna like do some trial and error, but they could also have this stuff prepared, and I don't know which it is.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
I feel pretty confident in my answer here. So unless they're hiring an Atlanta-based film crew, they're in Georgia. They're probably like 3-4 hours away from Atlanta. Just looking on a map. They are making this stuff in the shortest amount of time possible. Because I'm assuming they got to fly in a bunch of film crew and production.
Well, Georgia does have a lot of film.
They do because they offer to like usually good tax incentives, but I don't know like does Netflix outsource their production crews there? Like that to me the biggest question. If they're nearby
Ain't
enough,
no way. And I can tell you exactly why. The Queer Eye, also in Atlanta. Netflix loves that Georgia money.
so
Well,
yeah.
they were in Atlanta for an episode for his first season.
You just piggyback on that, and you're just like, we got to wrap this up real quick.
Well, I don't know. I feel like for like their business, it would make more sense to like plan film because they could plan a whole month, do this testing for a month, film it.
It's expensive to have a film crew out there. Like in general, for any filming, you're planning most of the time, and the filming is like as short as possible.
Okay. So like the planning phase could be however long, but the filming phase you're here, you think they're banging out episode after episode?
Oh, totally. They're bringing out probably at least 2 or 3 episodes of content a day, I'd imagine, and then just shoot as much content, then go into editing.
All right. That's probably. I mean, this is definitely most like a conventional shoot. Like it's much more like a TV or movie, not like a standard reality show where a lot of like drama has to build up, right? Like,
Right.
This is,
Like they just don't have like people following people around. Like they can set up these experiments like
back to
pretty
back.
much back to back, right? And then they have these interludes that they can just kind of like fuck in whenever. Like
I think that might be my favorite Minor Mooney show when Noah said "fuck in."
whenever it is a phrase.
All right, get back to the minutia, Noah.
Yeah, so got some background on Mr. Danny Labs, the CEO of BattleBox. So BattleBox started in 2015. So a little bit on the beginning of the curve. He went to Georgia College and State University, majoring in art marketing and strategic marketing, paying off clearly for BattleBox. He's doing good.
Sir, I'm going to need you to hurry it up there.
Where did
If
Southern
you didn't,
Max go?
If you didn't interrupt, he'd probably be done.
I would probably be done. The cows would already be home, Max.
All right.
So this is the second company he founded. He founded Varsity Inc. Looks like it was out of college, which is a screen print apparel type shop. And this is his second company. So
You ever work with that undercover boss?
who knows? I got to say, this guy's doing pretty good. They got 24 employees. So they got a good little operation going here. I'd
What?
say
They only have 4,
on LinkedIn, they have 24 employees.
but they only have 4 on the show.
It's a mystery.
Is this a reality show or is it fake?
Yeah, but I got to give these guys credit. You know, they're in the middle of Georgia, like literally in the middle of nowhere. And they're
Well, they
making
have
something.
They have 75 acres or whatever.
They got Netflix come out to them and shoot a show. They are fucking killing it.
I didn't say they weren't.
No, but I'm just saying,
Much
like-
respect for that.
Yeah.
All right, I think we can move on to ratings. Max, I know what you're gonna say. Just give it to me.
Bottom third, middle of the bottom. There was about 1 minute there that was pretty okay.
What do you got for us, Brian?
Bottom of the middle. I don't think it was that bad. Like it was like
Bottom of the middle is pretty bad.
I mean, Like,
Or
okay,
I know. Yeah, bottom of the
It
middle is not bad.
wasn't that bad, is what he's saying.
Yeah, that's fine. I thought you
Yeah.
said middle of the bottom.
like, yeah, that middle of the bottom would be pretty bad, but like bottom of the middle, like, okay, it's their first show. Like, it's obviously like a marketing stunt, whatever.
So-
It's a little bit like, it's got a little bit of fun to it. Like, I'm giving them a little bit because it's their first show. So like maybe if
but
I
this
watch,
is the best episode of this season, I'm sure, by far.
I don't know about that.
All right. Well, you report back when you watch the whole season.
Okay.
Noah, what do you got for me?
This show's so hard to watch. It shouldn't be this low, but it is. It's bottom of the bottom. There is some opportunity here, and they just don't capitalize on that small bit of opportunity.
Maybe Noah's like finally calibrating his ratings. Now, like Selling Sunset would probably be like right on par.
Oh, season 3. Season 3 is coming August 7th.
Are you fucking kidding me?
August 7th.
Oh Lord.
I couldn't get through season 2.
Well, you gotta get to it, dude. You only have a month.
I couldn't get through episode 1. so
Literally,
I'm done
as
with
we're
it.
recording this, a month you have.
Oh man, I actually when to get done with your rating, I have another piece of minutia.
All right. I'm gonna also put this in the bottom. It's garbage. It's like 2 minutes in, I'm like, oh, so this is an infomercial? And it's a bad infomercial. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You got to get that ShamWow guy out here. He'll fucking amp the show to what it needs to be, just like the 2 minutes of infomercial we got, which was great.
Hold up. Are you
Bottom
saying
third.
like really like the ShamWow cleaning shit is like way more interesting than lighting stuff on fire?
Yeah. That dude knows how to do infomercial. These people don't.
No, dude, you're totally wrong on that, man. Like burning shit is definitely more interesting than
Just
cleaning
give
shit.
that ShamWow guy that like fucking
His
one of the
name- his
products they
name's
showed.
Vince.
He's not a ShamWow. He's a ShamWow guy because he's selling you ShamWows.
How many other things can you place him in though? I don't think you,
Holy.
I think you just get him to direct and
well,
produce this thing like an infomercial. It's going to be way better. He doesn't even need to be in it.
I have never before made myself aware that ShamWow is just a ShamWow joke.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
I didn't realize.
no,
that.
me neither. Wow, that's pretty good.
Wait,
So
what?
ShamWow.
I think Chris and Brian aren't catching on.
No.
I
There
got it.
is a little towel is called a chamois. Is that
Yeah, CHAMWOIS.
Oh no W. It's French. The French
There's no
don't
W?
use the W.
No, you're right. Yeah, W.
All right, Noah, give us some
The
minutia.
double-vu.
Give us the update you want to give us.
Yeah, so I also found Brandon on LinkedIn. This guy got some cred. Like, he is very much owning up to this character he is playing, and he plays it very well. And we actually nailed like where he comes from. He's like very well practiced, like YouTube vlogger across like outdoor gear in general, and so he's built up his expertise there, and he's just really leaning into this like Southern USA character. Even his LinkedIn page is like all about it.
How do you know that's not his real persona?
It seems too over the top. Like he seems like a WWE star to a certain degree. So maybe he is like just naturally energetic, but not to that nth degree that he presents himself. Is my
Mate,
guess.
that's right fake.
Could be, but I'm sure there's like a good like foundation there. But when you're like pumping shit on TV and Netflix, you got to show up, and I think he shows up, and that's the character.
I mean, like, I would just take a step back here. So, like, we watch reality shows, and like this like is a reality show. But I would characterize the 4 people actors in a sense like they could not be the CEO. Like, I don't fucking know. I assume he is, but like he's doing like acting in this show,
Totally.
and they're like doing these tests, which they mostly know the results are going to be. And like they're not really testing some of them. Like, I mean, they are, but like it's just like I think it lines like an edge there of like what's scripted and not scripted. Like this whole thing seems very scripted.
I mean, well, what shows like do you also?
I know.
think draw a line?
I'm not saying that this isn't like this.
Okay.
This is a reality show. It's just like it's crossing a line
Yeah.
to a point where I'm like, it's just like stuntmen and actors almost to a point.
Yeah, we jump
Like
across
what?
that line a lot.
I know we do. I'm just
Yeah, it's
It's just garbage.
Yeah,
All of it.
There is like some way too complex framework or like chart where it's like you take the commerciality of Shark Tank, where clearly like if you invest in a product on Shark Tank, you want it to go on air, right? So more people know about it. And there's something like a tinge in that here where they're just trying to like pump shit out. That you can kind of plot that against like, let's take a Mythbusters or something else where they're not really trying to pump the shit.
They're not selling the stuff on Mythbusters. They're actually just doing stuff.
I know, but there's probably like a spectrum there where then maybe you can like cut the line where Shark Tank feels still reality, even though it's not,
I mean, I think they try to do it like a job where the investors are real and they're seeing these pitches for real, but the pitches are much longer than the pitches you see.
Oh yeah, they're like an
And
hour, right?
They're like they're a lot longer than like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more conversation going on that you don't see. Like you don't see the whole reality, but I think that is an investor pitch meeting that the show sets up.
It is. The Sharks are playing characters.
Yeah,
That's
true.
But like ultimately too, like the point is when they invest, they want that product on air because they know it's going to jack the sales.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of their investment and pitch.
Right. So but that's what I'm saying. There's this commerciality, like there's some reality shows that have this commercial aspect to it that we could probably then start to think about, like, is it too commercial where it's not reality versus less commercial or feels less commercial?
Like if we watch an infomercial,
Yeah.
is that reality?
Right.
Like I'd say it would be. Like this is the same level as infomercial to me. The producers set up this situation, but like, assuming the infomercial uses real people and not just all like actors where they like pull people on stage, it's like a magic show. Like that would make sense to me. That even might be more reality than this because it's just these 4 people that are, they're actors to bad actors.
Yeah. I think that's what makes this reality. Like, they're definitely not actors, besides Brandon, who I think could qualify as an actor. It is a literal CEO. Looking at Mickey on LinkedIn, like, this is her job. She's a product, like, specialist. And I couldn't find Steve quite yet. But I think it is their jobs.
So what else have we been people watching? I think we're done with this show.
Put it in the fucking garbage.
Been watching Dark. Finished Dark. Season 3 came out a couple weeks ago.
I started Dark Season 3. Hey guys, it's Max. I just joined the pod.
Oh my God.
Welcome, Max.
Thanks. Yeah, Season 3, good start. I was a little blazed out of my mind yesterday, so I turned it off halfway. I've also been watching Search Party. It's pretty okay. It's kind of a...
That's with Maybe.
Yeah, it's got Maybe Funke. It's kind of half a whodunit murder mystery combined with like comedy about how New York City millennials are garbage people. It's great.
Would you agree?
The way they're portrayed in the show, absolutely. It's very biting.
I also finished Jack Ryan season 2 and season 1.
Ooh, yeah,
Love Jack Reacher.
Yeah,
Jack Ryan is before Jack Reacher, by the way. But yes, they are the same people. Did you know that Jack Ryan is 4 movies with 4 different actors?
I did.
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
Oh wait, I'm not doing the accent anymore.
You got Harrison Ford. You've got, oh man, I don't know all of them off the top of my head.
You got Tom Clancy. You got Tom Cruise. You got
No, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise plays
George
Jack Reacher.
Clooney. You got
I think it is George Clooney.
What?
you got
What's his name?
you got the guy from The Office.
Yeah, you have to internet corner these people because I forget the names.
Wait, are
Sean
we-
Connery. Sean Connery is the first one.
Did you know that Sean Connery is short for Jonathan Connery?
Obviously.
Obvi. How blazed are you right now?
I am not committing a crime.
Never.
It's legal in the state of Washington.
Is it legal in the United States?
Oh, here we go. Conveniently put down on the Wikipedia page for Jack Ryan. So we have Alec Baldwin in 1990, Harrison Ford in 92 and 94, Ben Affleck in 2002, Chris Pine 2014, and our latest iteration with John Krasinski.
There you The show is okay. It's a little slow. It's a little Superman-y for me, but
Superman-y.
yeah,
Jack Ryan?
He's an analyst. He goes out on the field for random reasons. He shoots the big bad guys. He does all the things the right way. Like, how is that not Superman?
Is it
I
more
can see
Homeland or is it more 24?
I think it's kind of Homelandy,
Okay.
but like I haven't really watched a whole lot of Homeland, so I can't really tell you.
It's more 24. It's like Homeland, I feel, is more psychological.
Sure.
And
Okay.
24 is more action. This is more action, less psychological.
I think there isn't a whole lot of action in this show. Like there is action, but it's like also like he's an analyst, so he's analyzing where the money's coming from and
Gotta be
what
analyzing.
the bad guys are trying to do and how we take them down, and then there's like an episode and a half of them like taking bad guys down.
Ryan, did you access the mainframe yet? No, sir. The motherboard has an encrypted password. Never seen this type of security before.
I need the encrypted password. I got to go talk to lady over here, so I fly to London. And you're like, fuck.
The commissioner's coming tomorrow. You better have that report on my desk in the morning.
June 12th, 9:58 a.m.
Brian, what's up with you?
I started Dark season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far
Now
are
you can
you?
just binge the whole thing.
Only like 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like, I've been really busy, so like having like 2 hours like just to sit down and like watch dedicated TV was really great, and that was great television so far.
Try to pay attention to who's related to whom.
Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
I can send you a no spoilers family tree. It definitely helps for the first.
You should
2
print
three
it out
episodes.
and then start linking them together, like the people.
Ooh, that's good. Then like, it's a sure like paying attention, and then like,
Yeah, yeah.
Are you gonna grade my quiz though?
I
Yeah.
promise you that it seems impossible to keep track right now. You will be able to.
Yeah, like I imagine like it was like Game of Thrones season 1 like introduced a lot of new characters, and like trying to follow it all was like tough. So like it became clear very quickly.
It also helps when they're sort of grouped into family units as they are here.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that person. When you have those mutual relations.
Yeah.
Noah, you been watching anything?
Schitt's Creek.
Oh,
I watched the first like 2 or 3 episodes of that. It's pretty good. I would continue watching it.
Yeah, it's very enjoyable. Like I'd say semi background. Like it's not permanent background TV, but it's like it's easy to follow along. I'm on almost close to the end of season 2. The characters don't go through like these epic changes, so it's very easy just to follow like where the current storyline is because the characters
I mean,
are
it's
just characters.
It's classic sitcom.
Yeah.
It's like it's the most recent classic sitcom that's actually been somewhat popular.
That's a good way to put. Yeah.
I've seen all the episodes on Netflix.
Okay.
It's fine. It took me like a year to watch because I was just like, oh yeah, something to like kind of relax to, and sometimes you forget about it because it's forgettable. But I think the gimmick is really weird, and then they dropped the gimmick like after the first season, so like that it got much better once they dropped it. But it's still like in the back of my mind, like, aren't you supposed to be like spoiled rich people? Because they like their backstories, they're spoiled rich people. You see them be spoiled rich people. And they end up in this town and they're just like normal human beings, even though they don't have money. And I'm like, that's just very unrealistic. And I just really hard to drop that.
I feel like that's like the running joke though, where they feel like they're this upper class and they keep confronting that how they're supposedly normals or lowers are actually more sophisticated or smarter, better than them in all these angles that they just never thought about.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I don't think they kind of act more like aloof
Yeah.
than like, but like spoiled rich people they might act aloof, but they would act, I think, quite differently. But that's,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just, I overall think it's fine. I agree.
Schitt's Creek.
I guess one last thing we did is for 4th of July, we watched Independence Day on a backyard theater that I had set up. So that was pretty fun. So Now we have Backyard Theater, so we're going to do some more movie screenings
Good stuff.
throughout the summer. Once the sun goes down a little earlier than it has been, because it's pretty late.
I have one more show to plug.
Okay.
It's
Selling
on my
Sunset.
yeah. Don't expect any more Selling Sunset.
Selling
updates from
Sunset
me.
season 3, August 7th, guys. We need the update.
Unless people who listen to the pod want to start like a GoFundMe to watch that, which I would partake in if you guys raise more than $1.
How much money do you need to watch Selling Sunset?
More than
Season
$1.
More than $1.
Season 3.
I define the criteria, but it has to be through GoFundMe. I want to see a page and all that. I want a little bit of effort.
Please help my friends. He
Not
needs
just
to watch another season of Selling Sunset.
one show I will plug on my favorite network, Chibi, the
Pickle and
shape.
Peanut.
The Shape of Pasta. Really good show. It's this chef from LA who travels around Italy finding all these like super esoteric pasta shapes that are like hundreds of years old, and he tries to recreate them and bring them to LA. Like very authentic. The chef is super humble and yet like incredibly talented. Going to all these grandmas, learning all these shapes. It's just a very well done show. I cannot recommend it any further.
Yeah, that's
So you're
definitely my
saying-
favorite Guillermo del Toro movie.
You're saying you should sign back up to Quibi to watch this show.
You should get someone to sign up for their free trial and get their login.
You know the 90-day free trial expired in April, right?
Oh, you can't get the free trial anymore?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's 90 days anymore. You're going to have to point up some real money to this thing, Noah. They're hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
If you want more content, they're not going to make more content when they've got no one subscribing.
They have a lot of content already made. They're just titrating.
Yeah, but they're not going to make any more.
They still have a lot of
They're just
content.
going to make more garbage, which
What are they going to
may-
make, Noah? Are they going to make Zoom specials?
Their content is good. Like, I know everyone's shitting on them. Like,
It's so much fun.
they got some good
Have
content
you
up in there.
listened to our podcast on the Quibi shows? We watched 7.
You
Reality
watched some
shows.
pretty bad ones though.
We watched the reality shows.
Yeah, but then we watched the like horror one where the girl refused to take her arm
the
off.
golden arm. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she died. Like what the fuck, dude? That's so bad.
I'm not saying
Bury
everything
me
is
with my golden arm.
Then there was a show
Promise
with
me.
Anna Kendrick where she like her like the sex doll was her like imaginary friend. Like it was terrible.
Promise me you'll bury me with my sex doll imaginary friend.
I am not here to defend everything on the network. I am saying that there are some gems in there that are
Yeah,
very
like-
fun to watch.
Okay, so you got 2 out of like 50
I will say
shows.
your description of The Shape of Pasta sounds great. Period.
That's it.
I also love how like you're not shitting on Netflix for the same thing though. Like they have so much garbage out there, and like
Sure. Here's the catch. I've watched shows like Dark that are good.
yeah,
Stranger Things.
I've never experienced that on Twibo.
not yet. Yeah,
Twibo.
maybe The Shape of Pasta is it.
There's definitely a tweet somebody sent out this week. They were like, "This
does-
is the reason why Quibi failed." It was like the CEO in a statement saying, "At like a reporter
yeah.
asked
Oh, that
them,
was me.
what's your favorite TV show?" And she's like, "TV. I don't really watch TV, but I guess what was the show?
Fuck, I don't remember.
It was Grant.
It was
on
Grant.
the
Oh,
History
it was
Channel.
Grant.
Grant.
It was about
What?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah.
It just sounds like the most boring fucking.
So it's just like the two sent out. It's like that's the reason why Quibi failed. So your CEO just doesn't watch TV.
No, it's gonna fail.
At the same time, in the same article, I read it. I was on Vulture. They clearly say how Meg Whitman, the one who likes watching Grant, she had a division of labor of taking care of the business, and Jeffrey Katzenberg was in charge of all the content,
Sure, that makes sense.
and who did like The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, all DreamWorks. Like he's got not just like one hits. Like he has at least like 20 to 30 like blockbuster slam dunks.
Yeah, but those are full movies. They aren't 5-minute clips.
They are
No,
full
but
movies.
If you watch like 65-minute clips in a row, then
That's not how you watch Shrek. You pause it every 5 minutes.
I mean, if she's part of the business, why can't I share a clip or watch it on my TV or all the stuff that like you really want to do with Queeby?
That's why they had to
Like,
edit. They had to
I
pivot.
want to share the clip of the girl with who lost her arm and had the golden arm, but I can't.
That's definitely a failure. The article mentioned that too. Like they were not in touch with like sharing and making that super easy in a way to like cut it up. I think that's a huge product miss, not have that out of the gate.
Yeah, I think it's done, dude.
I don't think it's done. I don't know if it'll survive in its current form. I don't think it's done.
It's
Should
gotta
we do
be-
an on-air bet?
Oh yeah, Rob wants more on-air bets. I bet Queeby has a free tier in the next 6 months.
How much money are you putting down on that?
It's a shotgun bet. Obviously, it's a shotgun bet.
I don't know how that works. Sorry.
You shotgun a beer.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you lose, you shotgun a beer.
Can I just say I agree with you and I want to get in on this and we force Noah to
No.
drink 2 shots?
Who doesn't? Who will take that they want to introduce a free tier? Noah, you're saying no.
I'm saying no. Yeah, I actually think that's a direction they'll go into. I don't think it'll be permanently free. Like they are spinning up an ads business. I believe they already have an ad sales team.
Well, the cheap tier already has ads. To be clear.
So I think they could push that. I think you'll see more of like freemium. I could see going in that direction. Maybe get like 20 minutes.
They're
like
already in freemium.
No, they're in premium.
No,
Like-
they're in free trial. You get to
Free-
free try it, and then you can pay premium.
But the trial is for a 90-day continuous period. I would see it be like you get 5 minutes a day per perpetuity, or like the first 4 episodes of a show.
You're an idiot.
You know?
I'll take the bet that they won't do that.
You don't think they're going to do some freemium-ish thing?
No, I think they will introduce a free tier.
Permanently free, as much as you can eat, and you just got to watch ads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, it's fine. Shotgun bet. Will you take the shotgun bet with me, Noah?
What are we betting on? What's
The betting on is in the next 6 months.
No. But what is the consequence?
You have to shotgun a beer if they don't introduce a free tier.
Okay.
And I'll shotgun a beer if they don't introduce a free tier.
Yep. And we're going based on when they
Right now.
first introduce like the next
July 8th,
package. Like
6 months from July 8th.
okay, yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Game on.
All right. It's on audio. Rob, write that down and remind us.
Write it down, Rob.
Set a reminder for 6 months that Noah and Chris had a bet in the episode about Southern survival.
Okay. All right. Well, I think that's it for us this week. You can find us on Twitter at Who Put This On. You can find us on Facebook.com/Who Put This On. Give us questions and suggestions at whoputthison@gmail.com. And we'll see you guys next time.
No, I'm kidding. Okay, hi, it's me, Max.
Wait, you're Max? Then who's that?
What?
Michael.